Still surprises me how much of a big freaking child I am, yo. I don't know if you guys remember the show Zoids, but if you did, look what I got for Christmas. Bam! Look at that baby right there. Woo! So today, we're gonna be making this. So if there's one thing I wanted to say regarding this build is that I was not prepared for it. I'll be honest with you. Usually I like to do a little bit of prep before I'm going into any of the builds, either getting some small. I have these little containers that I put the pieces in when I'm cutting them, just so that way they're organized. When I've got my paints and stuff ready to go beforehand, set up my table just to get a better, just be better prepared for the build. And for this one, I was not. You're gonna see going forward that I open it up and immediately I'm kind of flabbergasted by like how much there is in this piece. I thought it was not gonna be like the high grades or even the master grades that I had done in the past that had a lot of pieces on them. I thought that this was gonna be pretty simple, but no, it was definitely a master grade level kit. And it had a lot of pieces and I was not prepared. Usually, like I said, I like to have a bunch of containers that are there so that way I can organize by particular, because these things come in alphabetical order. As you see here, like the nips, they all have their own sections. So I like to put the sections into the container so that way I can pull them out when I need them and look for the particular part. But that was just not the case here. I just overestimated how much this build required. So take that into consideration when you get some Zoid like this in this level, that it is gonna come with a lot of pieces, which was nice because the kit at the end, when you see, there's a lot of movement. There is a almost full articulation in certain parts. The construction is great. It feels fantastic. And overall, it is a sick looking build. Can't wait for you to see it. One of the things that I did lax on, I will be honest, is I kept dropping pieces. This build had really small pieces that is indicative of a master grade type build. And there was this one damn little orange piece that would go onto the clip onto the core of the Zoid, and I lost it not once, not twice, 3 times. I mean, this thing was smaller than a grain of rice, and every time I would clip it or try to put it into the socket, it would bounce off, and then I'll be looking for an hour or so where to find this little piece, and every time I found it. So that took a lot of time in the build. Overall, it was a fun build when I actually did get to start getting the pieces all together, outside of having to keep going back and checking the model for what section it was, what piece in what section it was, because some of the pieces do kind of look the same and I didn't want to mess anything up. And yeah, at the end, when the build was completed though, it looked pretty sick, even without any of the stencils and the light gloss that I put on. It looked freaking awesome. All I added to it, to be honest, was just a very light gloss, and then I kind of stenciled in some black markings just to give it a highlight on certain spots. But outside of that, I mainly just left it alone, and as you can see, it looks pretty freaking cool. So for anyone that's wondering what model this is a Zoids RZ-041 Liger 0 high-end master model from Kotobukiya. Definitely go in. It is a beautiful build. Definitely go into it with those key things in mind. That's it. Be prepared when going into it. Have your nippers ready to go, just to be a little more organized, because this build can take some time. Let me know in the comments below what you guys would like to see going forward. If you want to see more of this content, the builds, do a lot of model kits. I've done a couple model kits before and they've done pretty well. Tell me what you'd like to see. If you want me to do a different type of model kit, Zoids, Gundam, anything else, I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching and all the best.